All right, guys, welcome back to Breeze. I got Bailey with me, finally making a video. We're gonna do a walkthrough of Breeze. So here she is. Bailey, would you like to tell them about the boat? What do we have here?
We have a custom-built 1997 motor sailor. It is made of pressure-treated longleaf yellow pine, and it is 54 feet overall.
That's right, it is a longleaf yellow pine pressure-treated lumber. That is all the hull and the material throughout the boat. We can get way more into depth of that if you guys really want to know on the construction and stuff. But yeah, like she said, 54 to the bowsprit, 48 to the bow. I think the water line's 43, 4.5 foot draft, 16 wide, and then the sail plan. We have what?
5 sails: the Yankee, the stay, the main, the mizzen, and then the top sail.
Top sail's our personal favorite. It is what makes it this boat. She's considered a Biloxi gaff rig schooner. Pretty custom rig here, the gaff rig catch. We really enjoy having the sails up and being able to motor. This boat is technically considered a motor sailor. The reason being is that it has a 210 horsepower Cummins. But you guys can decide on what you want to classify this boat. We just say it's custom as can be. So here we go. We're gonna get you guys on board, and we'll continue to talk about it as we go. This is all gonna be one take, as raw and unedited as we can make it. It could be really bad or really good. So first of all, we have our deckhands. This is Dorothy, is our wonderful deckhand, and then we have Scarlett. Permission to come aboard.
Permission granted.
Permission granted. So again, this is a nice 16-foot wide boat. These Biloxi schooners were made for oystering and clamming. They were made for bays. If you really look at this boat, it looks like a shrimping boat. The guy who built it, that's what he did. He was a shrimper. This bow is wonderful. It's a wonderful place to hang out. The dogs love it, and so do the dolphins.
Sail locker under here.
Yep, sail locker / line locker. It's huge. Let's go ahead and open that up. Let's show it off real quick.
Hey, big girl.
This is also the chain locker. And yeah, it's a giant area, tons of line, tons of storage, and yeah, plan to help our friends if they ever need it. Big old anchor. This is a classic, I'm gonna call it a fisherman's anchor. You know, it has the classic look. So yeah, again, this is the bowsprit. We have our Yankee sail that connects to there, our stay sail, all running up to the main mast. Our main mast is hollow. It's giant. It's got these wonderful stays here, and then our top mast up there. Now, one cool thing about Breeze and what makes it so special to our area, are bridges. They're as low as 48 feet. Breeze is capable of dropping her top mast down to 40 feet, and that top mast is that little one up there. It can drop down in its shoe down to 40 feet, and we can take this thing in the intercoastal. It is an intercoastal queen. Ooh, so like the intercoastal queen, baby. Coming up top, on top of the cabin here, if we start making it, this will be the solar panel central, you know, where we can go off grid for a little while. The mizzen, aka the radar holder, and the dinghy lifter, and the anchor. When you're at anchor, the mizzen, that's when you mainly use that. Oh, Bailey's taking it away. The scope of things, this thing is so much fun. Jumping off of this in the summer in that clear water, hanging out up here, looking at the dolphins. It really is wonderful.
The dogs love to lay right here.
Yes, they do, and watch all the fish
and the dolphins.
Things like that. What are you doing up there?
Gonna come down that way.
Yeah. So kind of sketchy.
Don't try this at home.
Don't try it at home. We're seasoned professionals. Dinghy. This was something that I had to have, kind of rushed, but it works.
Better than nothing for now.
It works. You know, we pick up our motor with our mizzen, and one day we'll show you how we do that. But I'd like to make this look more professional and more in line with the boat. All right, back to Bailey. She's in the back porch. This back porch is awesome.
We spend a lot of time right here.
Yeah, I spend a lot of time here when it comes to maintenance. You guys have watched any videos, you'll see, you guys will know that underneath all of these cushions here is storage, and it is all of the stuff that I need to essentially rebuild the boat, the epoxy, the paints, the fillers, anything that we need there. Right here is the pretty special area, the Thunderbird. I really enjoy that. I'll get into the meanings of all those symbols another time. The boat builder just told me about that. But this is the kind of like the toy locker, or it will kind of be like the toy locker, but it contains our saltwater washdown. Sorry, babe. Saltwater washdown, shore power cords, and so much storage.
Which we will eventually make a freshwater rinse
Shower.
off, yeah.
Speaking of freshwater, there's one of our freshwater tanks. We have the capability of holding 300 gallons of water on this boat. 2 150-gallon tanks of fresh water, and then also for fuel, we have 2 150-gallon tanks for that. So in total, 300 gallons of water, 300 gallons of fuel. Where do you want to go with those sails? We're getting there, and we'll have plenty left over. But we're gonna start moving our way into the main cabin in here. I'll let Bailey go over some of this main cabin.
It's nice and wide. It's huge. We love it in here. This is where we spend 90% of the time when we're underway or on anchor. Control panels right here. It's got everything. The helm is also here. This is like a twofer. It doubles up as the helm and the salon. Electronics, radar, depth finder, our stereo, our VHF is all right here, and then it looks down into the galley, so we just love this big wide open area. You walk down the stairs, this is where people hit their noggins. Now you're in the galley. It's great. I can see out, he can see in. It's awesome. Lots of storage, all of the cabinets. We have plenty of room for anything that we need. It's got a full little fridge, freezer, refrigerator, oven, storage up here. We always think we're gonna have no room for what we bring on trips or not have enough food, but we always end up having plenty and leftovers. We'll get that part down eventually.
For sure, yeah, we're still, I mean,
better to have too much than not enough.
Yeah, we've done a couple trips, but we've never done anything long term, and but yeah, so we'd like to do that stuff, but yeah, we're still learning the gist of the boat. This is our favorite berth. This is the galley berth. This is the underway berth, whatever you want to call it. I call it the underway berth because, as you can see, it is right here in the open, exposed, so that way I can, you know, if I turn this TV and we have Navionics up on it, if I was in bed, I could, you know, continue to watch the course. And if she ever needed help with anything, say that we're crossing the Gulf, she could just holler right there to me.
Queen size bed, nice and cozy. The dogs fit. It's a tight squeeze, but we wouldn't want it any other way.
Moving forward, we have our crew berth, or storage. That's what I like to call it. This does actually go all the way to the back. This goes way deep in there, the coffin, but as you can see, right now it's a storage. That's also where our hot water heater is located. We do have hot water on this boat. We also have air conditioning on this boat. This boat does have a generator, and it has 2 aircon units. Oh, hey there.
And now you're in the head. We love this part of the boat. The clawfoot tub was a major selling point. There's storage way more than it looks by the naked eye. There's storage behind the tub. You can put stuff underneath the tub. The sink right here. There's also some storage up underneath the sink. There is a little tiny medicine cabinet up in that corner over there. Perfect for, you know, what, like simple stuff that you need every day, all the time. Yeah, we've got all of our towels up under here. And then in the winter, it gets really, really toasty in here. So if we're freezing, we're gonna go hide in the bathroom for a second, and then you're good. It's nice and warm.
Yeah, that cast iron tub absorbs heat, and it actually gets really nice. It's like a little jacuzzi.
Sometimes almost too warm.
Too warm. I don't think that's true. Oh, look at this. We have a dog surprising us. All right, moving forward. This is the forward berth. This is the main berth, I would say. This is you know, once we get comfortable and I can actually fall asleep at anchor, this is probably where we'll end up moving.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
I love it enough.
yeah, we do love it up front. This is definitely the guest room. So,
but it can sleep 3 where Taylor's legs are. It's like an L-shaped bed, so you could put 1 person there, 2 people here, or you can do it really however you want. Storage everywhere, closet, storage under the closet, storage under both sides of the bed. There is storage in this bulkhead over here under, and then this big shelving unit, which is pretty wonderful for when we go on long trips, just me and Taylor. Medicine cabinet where all of our first aid is, drawers, cabinets down on the side. Yeah, this is where like a lot of our personal stuff goes.
and here, let me turn on this light. Now I want to show you guys something that is...
Shout out to Greg and Candace for giving us this boat stuff. Woohoo!
Greg and Candace. All right, and shout out to the previous owner for stocking this boat. You know, I am forever grateful. All the tools that he used on this boat, he left, and all the spare parts. I'm just going to show you one little compartment. I have spare water pumps, everything.
And that goes way back.
Yeah, he has 1 or 2 of everything throughout this boat. You know, almost all of the storage is actually full of spare parts, which is a captain's dream. You know, to have 1 of everything. And this guy was prepared. You know, he grew up shrimping and in the bays of Mobile and Mississippi and all that. So, you know, getting stuck out there wasn't an option. So, with that being said, let's get to what separates this boat from anything else when it comes to sailboats. If you don't mind holding this for me. So down here, guys, this is our engine room.
Such a beaut.
So,
oh.
Well, I'm excited. She's built tough. So we have a 210 Cummins. This is a 6BT here, guys. It is a turbocharged. It's 210 horsepower. So bring it back up here. This is a big and powerful motor. We are considered a motor sailor. Mainly, we call ourselves a motor sailor because we're going to keep that motor on to charge all of the equipment throughout the boat. We don't really have solar panels, so... Yet. We do plan on getting that, but also at like 700, 800 RPMs and a mainsail and a stay. It's nothing in 10 knots of wind for this boat to be doing 6 knots. So it's amazing to have this massive motor when it comes to fighting a current, getting out of the elements, and then also this wheelhouse. The other next thing is a captain built this boat, you know, so he had you in mind. What I mean by that is every floorboard comes up. So all these come up, and then all of the frame also separates. So there is 1,000 miles to work inside of here. And let's say I needed to work in here. You could bust, you know, standing down there when those ones come up. There you go, you got an upside down view.
But it's like...
It's massive.
He can lay down in there and still have room.
Yeah, you know...
And we can both be in there if we have to.
So...
And those nice thick old foam pieces on there.
Oh, true.
This thing is
quiet.
quiet.
Let's show how thick this is. When the motor's on, you don't even hear it because these panels are like 6 inches thick,
and
essentially.
so soundproof, because that motor is, if he starts the motor with the covers off, it's loud. But the minute those covers go on, you'd be shocked at how
let's show them. Why not?
Okay.
Why not?
We'll take this one off first.
No, just leave that like how it is.
Okay.
You know, we're just going to leave the shaft open. Let's get her started.
Ooh.
We're listening to the noise.
It's so loud.
So loud. Are you ever going to turn the motor off? No, I'm actually not. Because neither does your favorite YouTuber. Boom. Quiet. Peaceful. And then that's what it sounds like when you're cruising. You know, we got a little RPM on. 1,000 RPMs. I have a little fuel sheet. That's about 1.5 gallons of power. So that's it. You have Breeze. Like and subscribe so we can get out of the dock.
Like and subscribe. We're trying to make it, y'all. Help us out. Bye.